What's the creepiest display of intelligence you've seen by another human? 1. I knew a guy who worked retail and was able to memorize customer credit card numbers. 2. A friend once showed me his guidebook to how to handle his girlfriend. He'd taken notes on her likes and dislikes, what he'd given her and precisely how she responded, which actions caused which responses in her, what phrases he could quote at her to yield particular responses, etc., and then sort of used the information he'd collected to write a little guide to expected outcomes of various things he does so that he could diffuse her if she got mad at him. If she felt unloved, he had strategies for fixing the situation so he could go back to doing whatever he likes while she gets off his back. It was somewhere between oddly sweet and creepily manipulative. 3. My sister, hands down, and it's an ongoing thing. Dishwasher is broken? 10 literal minutes of YouTube later, she's got it figured out. The what, the how, the why, and it'll be fixed in half an hour if the parts are in stock at Lowe's. Car making a funny noise? Get her on FaceTime, pop the hood, crank the engine, and she's got it located and ID'd, and estimates from 3 local shops for you to pick from. Random archaeological discovery mentioned in passing on the daily MSN headlines. She read the journal article already, and isn't it interesting how that validates so-and-so's findings from his dig in Chile in the 80s? Crazy complicated super esoteric recipe from Thailand she's never tried? I'll bet you $1,000 she'll glance at the recipe twice and whip out a version you could sell in a restaurant. She remembers your coworker's sister's boyfriend's birthday and that he really likes chocolate sprinkles but not rainbow. She can get a feral dog eating out of her hand and get it to let her give it a bath, and diagnose what's wrong with its back leg from 10 paces away. Her bosses at work keep trying to move her up the chain, but she's not interested, because it'll cut into her jam-making time or something. But they all come to her first when there's a question or a problem they can't fix, and they listen on the first go. Her husband says he's seen her ask the general manager what flavor of stupid he ate for breakfast this morning, and seen him apologize for the error in judgment. She'll tell you she's not that smart, she just has a good memory, but I don't know, man. It's terribly handy to have her on my side, but if she ever decides to take over the world, we're all screwed. 4. Not creepy, but I knew a 14-year-old who was helping his dad drywall a home. The kid looked at the shape of a staircase, looked at the drywall on the horses ready to cut, looked back at the staircase, then cut the drywall without a single measurement or marking. The drywall fit the staircase so perfectly it slid into place like it was snuggling the stairs. Not a single measurement. 5. When I was in med school I was tangentially friends with a guy who never showed up to college at all. Skipped all lectures, called in sick for all lab and tutorial sessions. The night before second year finals he was around my house and said he had spent the last week watching every lecture at 2x speed. Dude placed top 10, out of 300 students, in every exam. And mind you, it wasn't just he remembered everything but he had a functional, lateral applicable knowledge of all the stuff we had to know much better than most people who actually showed up. I always shuddered to think that if he applied himself he would be a monster of a man, but dude was content to just chill. 6. I knew a lady who counted pills in a pharmacy basically her entire life. One time she looked at a container of ibuprofen that was supposed to have 100 pills in it and said it looked off. She recounted and it had 99 pills in it. One less. My mom